economies is going to be contentious, and these elections are going to be vicious because there's so many issues. And FYI, so we're going to talk about elections, but more importantly, the law, because that's really what it comes down to, because we elect officials to enforce the law. And just FYI, you may or may not know, I don't like politics. Politics is a dirty, dirty game. My poor dad ran for lieutenant governor, and I saw it from the inside. It is a nasty game. I don't know why anybody would do it. And my dad also represented teachers' unions, which, well, I won't say anything. Anyway, today is a friend, Rodney Glossman. He's running for Attorney General. He's a neighbor. I've known him for years. And every year he hits me up for campaign contribution. And so I give him the campaign, but I have no idea what they do, because I just want to get them off my back and move on, But I got to know Rodney over all the years, and so I said, I better go hear what he has to say. And, Rodney's an Air Force guy, which I'll forgive him for. But anyway, he's tall, strong, possibly future governor if he keeps his nose clean. But when I went to his fundraisers where Rodney spoke, and I had no idea what an attorney general did. I'm like, holy mackerel, and I wonder, why am I so upset about the economy when our laws are being not enforced? And that's what the Attorney General of the state of Arizona does. And God knows we have so many problems that are, the laws are not being enforced, the police are being attacked, and we have attorney generals who've never had a job. Do you know what I mean? They're not really attorneys. I mean, they went to law school, but they work for the government. And we've had some, so I never knew any of this. I'm standing at these fundraisers to listen to Rodney's talk. So I have him on the Rich Dad radio program. I don't think we ever had politicians, have we?
Other than Donald Trump.
Well,
but that was pre-politician Trump.
Right. That's right. We'll forgive him for that. So anyway, listen to Rodney and all this stuff. And so this, I promise him, I'll get you on my radio show. We're going to talk about international issues more than anything else also. But they also recur in the state of Arizona. So please know we're going to do our best to be an international program, because we are international. But more importantly, if and when he gets elected and he doesn't keep his promises, I'll drag him back on this radio show and take him over the coals, as they say, because you got to hold people accountable. And that's the problem with politicians, as you know, they can say all they want, nobody holds them accountable. And this is not just about Arizona, this is about the world. We're not enforcing our laws. The laws are being broken, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. They just let it go. So that's why I agreed to have Rodney come on. Again, for full disclosure, he is running for Attorney General as a Republican in the state of Arizona. And we're talking about what does the Attorney General do, which I never knew, which is the largest law firm in this state. And most Attorney Generals have never had an office. I mean, they don't work for law firms. They work for the government. And so naturally, they have to stay on the side that the bread is buttered on. That's the way it is. So the most important question, Rodney, is this election, not only in the state of Arizona, but nationally. If you read Capitalist Manifesto, which just came out, the opening chapter is against the NEA, National Education Association, labor unions. And, Marx was the guy that said, workers of the world unite. And I didn't know this until I went to military school. And they had us read the Communist Manifesto. I went, oh my God, school teachers are communists. And that's why, and not that they're bad people, don't get me wrong, I see economics like communism or capitalism, they're more like economic religions or philosophies. So a person can be, Jewish or Christian or Buddhist and still be good people. But once you adopt an economic philosophy, that's when you become either a capitalist, fascist, or communist. And I'm at school in New York in '65 reading the Communist Manifesto and went, oh my God, family's communist. Workers of the world unite. And Rich Dad was my Rich Dad was my friend's father. He was against labor unions. And my poor dad was the head of the teachers union. And I'm catching hell at home because I went to my Rich Dad's restaurant and hotel business to prevent a strike. And my poor dad, the head of a teachers union, just attacked me. He says, "You're a scab, you wrote the lines and all this." I'm going, I'm 17 years old. I had no idea what he was talking about. Well, again, the question is why? So I wasn't too far off back in 1965 after the Communist Manifesto that most school teachers are communists. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the difference. And that's not bad people. I mean, who cut down the XL pipeline? Who shut all the oil fields off? Who's causing the inflation in America? Not Putin. Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democrats. They're the ones killing this country. But how come we can't see it? I just cannot imagine people being traitors to our own country. But I saw that in Vietnam when I came back, got hit by eggs and spit on and all this by the hippies. And those are the people running the country now. It's so far over my head, Rodney. I've done a lot of stupid things, but I'm not a traitor to my country. And that's what they're doing. When Biden cut down that pipeline, everybody, all the greenies cheer. Well, they just set inflation in motion because, oil provides food and fuel, gasoline. But that also increases the gap between the rich and the poor. Mm-hmm. So on record here, I own oil wells. The greenies hate me, but where else they get the oil from? Me. So oil, when Biden cut the Houston XL pipeline off, oil was $30 a barrel. Immediately went to $130 a barrel. So that was a 400% jump in my income, but it screwed America. Why would he do that? Why would he screw our own country? Then why would he and Kamala blame Putin for it? Now, Putin has his own problems, but that war in Ukraine now is going to cause starvation all over the world. So I think there's something, this is why I have you on this program, is because if we don't enforce our laws and we let the left or the criminals or the commies run our law system and our school systems, we're finished.
Small ebook, big impact, the wealth tree. The only 4 ways that will make you financially free forever. Download it here for free.